Hi, good evening again. Thank you for everyone that's watched my videos, and I hope you keep watching to learn something from it. Um, this video really is supposed to be a fun thing, and just to say thank you for everyone that's has contacted me, has watched the video. There are certain things that I could not tell my close friends, so I got to tell through the video. Basically today is all about just a mellow kind of vibe, really. Mental health is a big issue, so yeah, my 5 facts when dealing with your own mental health, and you should understand your own mental health. The first fact is only you know what is disturbing you. Only you know, you can tell or put down in words how you're feeling. Let no one tell you how you're feeling, only you. The second fact is read. Read books, research, find out what the doctors say, research, read. The third fact is look out for people that are there for you, that want to talk to you, and be open and honest with them. The fourth fact, and this is a fact that I stand by, forget about what your culture says about depression, anxiety, post-traumatic stress disorder. Forget about what your culture says about schizophrenia, paranoia, bipolar. If you're suffering from any of this mental health, get help. Forget about what your culture says, get help. The fifth fact that I know and I abide by, look for happy memories. Happy memories will get you through the day, will get you through difficult periods. Look for happy memories in your childhood, in your adult life, even in everyday living, because those are the memories that will get you through. That brings me now to what I really want to talk about. I want to introduce to you a kind of like a thing that I've been doing with my friends, but now I want to introduce into this channel of mine. It's called Stories on Sundays. This one is, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, because at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and even if we fail 1,000 times, we just need to keep rising up. And one of the key things that my mental health coach or my counselor taught me was I should never give up. I should always fight. And I will my story starts back in 2015 when I was trying to train to be a teacher. I've always had the passion to train and to be a teacher, and it was kind of something that I just fell on. One of the schools that I was sent to do my teacher training by the IOE UCL was in South London. The kids were was that kind of malicious, let me say so. And I remember a day, one of the kids got into an argument about what my name was called. And they kept arguing, oh, she says Miss Move 4, she's saying Miss Move 4. The other kid was saying, oh no, she's saying Miss Moto. So they had this massive argument, and I was at the front of the class teaching the whole class, trying to get them to understand something about, I think it was trade unions. And all of a sudden, I turned on the board and I was writing my the date and was introducing the topic, and I just heard a loud bang. I turned around and this kid had lifted his chair and slammed it on the other kid's face, and it was just, there was just blood everywhere. And it so happened that the vice principal of the school was like, assistant vice principal or assistant head teacher of the school was passing by and saw the whole thing unfold. So they called me up, called called IOE, called my rector, called my mentor, my school mentor, and they told her that they're gonna fail me for my teacher training. And I was there sitting, I'm like, okay, I've done a year of postgraduate studies to do my teacher training, and I'm doing my placement now, and second placement, they're about to fail me. And my mentor in IOE called me and said, okay, Clarice, come in, we're going to talk about it. Don't worry about what they say, come in, we talk about it. And when I walked in, the first thing she asked me in her office was, how do you feel? And I just remembered I burst out crying, and I was crying. I was like, snot was coming out of my nose. I was like, oh, Dr. Roger, I don't want to do this. I'm going to throw in the towel. I don't want to do this. I'm not capable of this. Then this woman said something where, till today, I still abide by that. She was just like, how can you let some external person tell you who you are? How can you let an external person judge you and tell you who you are? It's one fail. It doesn't mean you're failed completely. Now, what will bring you out of this failure is how you write out your final dissertation based on your placement. And I stood in her office, and I remember thinking, how am I letting one external person determine how I feel or what I am? Until today, it resonates with me. How are you letting one person or an external person tell you what you are? Why are you letting an external person tell you who you are? Why are you letting an external person put you under a certain category which you know you are not? One failure does not determine where you will end your future or your career. One failure. And I remember after my placement, I came to her and I said to her, Miss Roger, I just want to thank you. And Miss Roger was not her real name, by the way. I'm just trying to not tell her real name. I just said to her, Miss Roger, I know you've done this for me. And I bought her an orchid. And for those of you who don't know what an orchid is, it's a flower, but I'm Aquarius and I resonate with things happening, not by coincidence, but they happen because they're meant to happen. An orchid is my spiritual flower. And yes, I might be spiritual, but I'm not religious. I know there is a God, but because I resonate with spirituality rather than religious acts, I gave her an orchid. An orchid symbolizes knowledge. It symbolizes a lot of stuff. Go and do your research. And I remember when I graduated from UCL IOE, and it was about 7 months later, she told me she still had that flower in her living room. And every time she turned and looked at it, she thought about me. And this story is just a story of hope. A story of triumph. It's a story of you're worth it. I hope you think twice every time something external happens to you or towards you. Know that something external is beyond your control and can never determine how you feel or who you are. Be kind, especially to yourself. Peace.